Hello everybody and welcome to another installment in this year's Red Race TV tournament. Today we've got the man, the myth, the legend, UnzipsCrogre. Everyone knows Crogre from last year. And two veterans of PSR in EkmanLarsson and Crafted. I know Crafted is a former tournament winner, and Ekman is not to be underestimated in any capacity. Feeds might be a little bit out of sync at the start of the race. I will adjust those as we go. Not sure what route we're going to see from Crogre. I think they were doing like Manipulus last year, maybe even Classic. But we saw huge improvements from them. I think their first race was like over 4 hours, and then by the final race they were down to like sub 230. So huge improvements. I think Crafted is... I wouldn't be surprised if some people have even picked him to win the whole tournament. And Ekman's a good shout. He's a good shout for top 27 for sure. And got a shot for top 9, I think. Okay. Sorry I'm not talking. I'm trying to sync the feeds while I'm going, but I'm on comms on my own. I promise I will talk after. Alrighty, we're all in sync. Sorry about that, everybody. I had to get it all readied up at the beginning. I'm going to assume Ekman and Crafted didn't get XP, but I didn't see. Crogre ups to kill a level 3 Pidgey. We want to kill any level 2 or level 3 encounter for experience, so that we can learn Water Gun before Brock. I think Brock would be pretty hard if we didn't have a Water Gun. Not Water Gun, Bubble even. Bubble. Water Gun would be cool, because it's like double the base power, right? That'd be sick. Ekman doing right side oak. Now, I love to see that. If the race ends up being decided by like 5 seconds, that could be really cool. Crafted ain't playing no games. Does left side oak. Slightly faster to talk to oak from the left hand side. so the rival is on screen for slightly less time. Crafted opting to kill a level 3 rat. Rat's slightly better, because Pidgey only has Gust as a damaging move, but Ratstar has Tackle, which can miss, and Tail Whip. So on average, you're going to take less damage. And we want to keep our HP high, because the next fight that we're going to do is really not a great one. Great start for Crafted. 548 grass exit. Love to see that in a race. And Ekman close behind. The two favourites for the race win are off to equally good stats. Could see two extendeds here. Crafted and Ekman, both perfectly capable of getting extended birds here. Looks like there was a delay there for Ekman saving, so that implies that he's IGT tracking. There is a bit of RNG for even saving the game in Pokemon, where if you save on a particular frame, it can cause manips to not work, or not have the desired outcome. So you will see some runners doing something called tracking IGT to try and guarantee that we get the exact outcome that we want. Well, thanks for the raid, mech. Merci. Appreciate that. I believe Crafted is doing the old extended, which has slightly different paths to the new one, so I won't be able to tell if what he's on. Oh, he picks up the potion, which means that he missed the extended for bird. Don't hate that, getting that extra potion. If you do extended bird, you can't pick up that potion, because we would ordinarily go through the grass there to catch a Pidgey. And Ekman looks like he got it. So the way the extended works is you keep the Manip going after the Nidoran catch. You clear the text boxes in the Nidoran catch within a 4-frame window and buffer through the Pokedex. And then you walk a very specific path based on what the NPCs do. And you are able to make a Pidgey appear and catch it with a Yolla Ball. And if you are really good, you can even extend it into the forest to get no encounters in the forest and manipulate the first turn of the Weedle guy fight. Kroger's getting absolutely battered here by a Nidoran. Hopefully this gets in this ball. Ooh. This is really scary. Maybe potion here? He's only got 2 balls left. Crafted gets poisoned pretty early in the Weedle guy fight. Kroger's got his Nidoran, brilliant. I was a bit scared for him there for a second. So Weedle guy is obviously quite cringe. He's level 9 Weedle, so he's faster than us. And he's only got 2 moves, so it's 50-50 Poison Sting and String Shot. String Shot is good, obviously, because he's already faster than us, so it doesn't matter if he drops our speed. But Poison Sting is bad. I believe it's 20% poison in this game. So you basically 10% every turn to get poisoned. Which, if you get poisoned early on in the fight, is just like quite significant time loss. Ooh, and Crafted gets an encounter there. I didn't catch Crafted's special stat. He doesn't have a bird, so he might opt to do a backup Pidgey here. He does not, so this is really tight going out Forest. If you don't hit extended Pidgey, what you can do is a backup Pidgey minip when you exit the forest, and you'll get a Pidgey on Route 2. Which is sort of a safety strat for Brock, because if you have bad special attack on your Squirtle, you don't two-shot the Geodude and Onix on Brock. So if Brock uses Bide, because Onix is faster than your Squirtle, if he uses Bide on the turn that you go to Bubble, you're in trouble if you've got bad special. You either crit or you die. So the backup strat that we have for safety is you would swap into your bird, let the bird die, and swap back in to Squirtle. Ooh, tackle crit to start from Crafted. Gonna have to heal that. Bit scary. I think he's got bad defense as well. Does have good special. He might opt to heal this again. No, he's going into Onix at 9. I think Ekman's got good special as well. Looked like he two-shot Geodude. Crafted opting to let Nidoran take a hit there, so he can heal. He gets like a free heal on the Squirtle, so he's full HP entering Onix. And Ekman stalling out Bide there with Tail Whip, so he doesn't take any damage. So it does mean Crafted, he's got some damage already on his Nidoran, but might not be a problem. You generally don't take huge amounts of damage before the first fight on Route 3, and you always heal after that fight anyway, so... Unfortunately, I don't have Classic output up, so I've got no idea what Kroger's stats are going to be, but if anyone knows the Classic route, maybe they could use the helper to work out his stats for us. Okay, I'm just going to swap the feedback to Ekman. He does have a bird, and Crafted doesn't, so he is slightly ahead in this one. So thankfully we do get Horn Attack on our Nidoran at level 8, so we're able to switch train on Brock to quickly get our Nidoran from level 4 up to level 8. Ooh, Kroger nearly died to Geodude there. Scary, scary. And Horn Attack's a great move for us. It's got base power of 65, so pretty strong, and helps us get through Route 3 even though we're underleveled. Looked like Crafted did the strat there where you tackle Weedle on turn 1, so you would Tail Whip and Horn Attack normally. And then based on how much damage you do, you would tackle or Horn Attack. Looked like he tackled first to try and save a Horn Attack. So Horn Attack PP is extremely important for the Moon Rocket fight. We want as many as possible. Ideally 3 as a minimum, but, you know, 5+ is pretty hot. So you will see some players doing some slight variations in strats on Route 3 to try and save as many Horn Attacks as possible. Bill Bonsai with the raid as well. Thank you so much, Mac. Merci. Ooh, Ekman getting crit on turn 1. This fight is extremely scary. The rat is higher level than us. It does a lot of damage. It's got 2 stab damaging moves, including quick attack, which has priority. And it takes us 3 hits to kill it. And it has tail whip, obviously, to lower our defense. Crit rate in Generation 1 is based on the base speed of the Pokemon. And Rattata is extremely fast. So I think it's like 1 in 7 to crit on any given turn. And the problem with Ekans, of course, is it's got Wrap. That's the big one, and Crafted sees it. It also has Leer, so it can lower our defense as well. But on the Ekans, we just want to see Leer or Poison Sting. So Ekman able to pull out a little bit there. Crafted nearly got knocked out. It's all calculated. He knows what he's doing. What's up with the Pidgey starts? Can you be more specific, please? Do you mean like catching a Pidgey? The reason we catch a Pidgey is for fly, so we can fly around later on. There is an extension that I was talking about where you can catch Pidgey as part of the Nidoran manipulation. Crafted doesn't have a bird, so he will actually try and catch one the normal way on Route 3. You know, he'll be walking in the grass. Okay, try and get a peek at what Ekman's horn attack count is here. It's got 8 going in. Hopefully he doesn't get string shot here. Oh, he really needs no string shot on this second turn. Okay, good. 1 string shot, he still outspeeds Metapod here. But if that second string shot hit, it would be pretty scary. You really want to outspeed this Metapod, because if it sets up Harden before you do damage, you just start burning through horn attacks trying to kill this thing. Okay, Ekman's got 3 horn attacks going into Moon, which is like the minimum of what you really want. You always have 2, unless something really horrendous happens or you make a mistake, but in a race, you really want that extra one for 3 minimum. Doesn't get an encounter on Route 3 grass, which is good. And you see Ekman taking a pause there before he saved. That means he's IGT tracking. Mount Moon Manip is, I think it's about 10% to fail. If you just, you know, raw dog it. You just 10% to get unlucky and save on the wrong frame. So, Ekman playing it safe with his IGT tracking, and hopefully will not get any encounters. Crafted gets his Pidgey. That's a 1916 Moon entry for Ekman. That's very good for a race. Very strong start. Let's see how Krog is getting on. He's having to heal on Short Sky here. He's going to be taking more damage than you normally would. I don't know his Nidoran stats, because Krogo is playing Manipulus, so he could get any Nidoran. He could have the best ones we've ever seen, or it could be 0 in everything. Hopefully this kills. Okay. Now he just wants to see no wrap. Notably, the other two runners are doing Mount Moon manipulation to get no encounters through the whole of Mount Moon. And we manipulate a Paris to appear at the end, and we catch it in a Yolo Ball. Really cool extended manipulation. Crogre will not be doing that on his route. He's just going to walk through Mount Moon and hope for no encounters, the old-fashioned way. Oh, is the bot not picking up? Maybe Krogre's not splitting. Thank you, Huangbro, for fiddling with that. I didn't realize the bot wasn't picking up Krogre. And Square, thank you for posting Krogre's DVs there. He's got one attack. Oh, that's not good. That's not good right off the bat. One attack. For those that don't know, your DVs in Gen 1 range from 0 to 15. 15 being the best, and 0 being the worst. So one attack is not good. 11 speed is good. 4 to 6 special. I don't think special is like crazy important in Classic. But attack is one of the most important stats. That's really unfortunate. Ekman does get his Paris. Opting to save. Moon Rocket is one of the worst fights in the game. In a race. Well, and glitchless, obviously. But really wise to save for this fight in a race. Ooh, Tail Whip turn 1 is not amazing. This rat is a ranged 2-shot. It's an improved ranged 2-shot after Tail Whip, because it does something called reapplying our badge boost. I'll explain that more later, after we see Ekman get through this fight. Leech Life or Supersonic Failure would be good. Oh, huge supersonic fail there at the end for Ekman. Getting confused there, especially when you're at -1 defense. You start taking a truckload of damage because of hit self-damage. Really good fight for Ekman. He's really chilling. See how Crafted gets on. He also gets Tail Whip, but he low rolled on turn 1, so this might not kill in 2. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Ooh, he's got -2 defense. Interesting. He really doesn't want to get confused here. He also came into the fight with pretty low Horn Attack count, so he has to lower Zubat's defense on turn 1. Ooh, this is messy now. He's at -2. He opts to swap. Good strat. He's got a Pidgey that's already weakened. So hopefully the Pidgey dies as quickly as possible. But yeah, at -2 defense and confused, you are... If he stayed in there with Nidoran, he's just going to burn through potions, potentially. So swapping there is absolutely the play. Okay. Ooh, he misses the range into confusion. Oh, this guy can't catch a break. He's going to have to heal here, or he could YOLO the 50-50. But was that his last potion? Wait, did I see that right? Was that his last? Yeah, he's got no potions left. Ooh, this is so messy for Crafted. That's really unfortunate. Forced into swapping, and he's still got no potions. Yeah, this is really bad spot. You can... And what he will probably do is you can do an early marked after Mount Moon, where you go and you will buy repels, paralyze heals, and potions, which means you don't have to do the regular mart that we were doing for Vermilion City. Because he really doesn't want to do the next section of the game through Nugget Bridge with literally 0 potions. yeah, really, you see the two sides of the coin there, really. Ekman got a really good fight. He got Supersonic fail. Supersonic's only 55% accurate. And Crafted, he gets hit to -2 and then immediately confused, and it's just, there's nothing you can do. Yeah, the problem with doing early Mart after Mount Moon is it also messes up your menus for the rest of the race. Everyone's menus in this game are perfectly calculated. We know exactly which items are in which place, and we swap them around accordingly to be as optimal as possible. And Crafted's his bag is going to be all out of order now because he doesn't have any potions. But Ekman's cruising. He got what, mid-25 moon in a race. You love to see that. I think any 25 in a race, and you're like, holy, like I'm really happy with that. So we see Crogre. Crogre, of course, not doing Moomineb. He's getting absolutely hammered here with encounters. He will actually fight a couple of trainers in Mount Moon. A couple of optional trainers to try and evolve into a Nidorino as quickly as possible. I don't know if his feed's lagging or if he is tactically stopping walking. I think he's stopping walking. Is he trying to manip encounters here? That's kind of swag. He didn't get any encounters after doing it, so I don't know. Is he manipulating the D-sum? That's crazy. I love that. Alright, Crafted's out with a 27-16. Okay, Racebot does ping, thanks to Huangbro fixing the bot for us. So, Crafted is already about 1 minute 40 behind. It's absolutely not out of the realm of possibility that Crafted comes back here. We saw in the race earlier, Primal just get mega punished in the late game to no mistake, just getting unlucky, so anything can happen in Pokemon Red. Oh, Crafted getting blocked by the NPC in the Mart there, that's so troll. Crafted's got no money. He can only afford 1 Paralyze Heal. Again, that's part of the problem with doing early Mart, is you just don't have any money. You could sell TM34, I guess. But, yeah, just not a good spot. You might have noticed he bought 4 repels. So he'll actually repel for Route 6. That's what the extra repel's for, but... Ekman is through Bridge Rival. I'll be honest, I didn't see his Pidgeotto because I was looking over people's feeds. It's hard doing comms on your own, sorry. But Bridge Rival, kind of like Bridge and Boat Rival, honestly, are 2 potentially very cringe fights. We'll see what Crafted gets here. He leads with a Pidgeotto. That is 1 in 3 to use Sand Attack. Sand Attack is 25% to fail, because when opponents use certain moves, like stat-altering moves, they have an additional 25% to fail, for some reason. So, we really don't want to see Sand Attack here on Crafted screen. We crits turn 1. Sand Fail, huge. So we free-shot the bird, so it gets 2 turns to try and sand us. Good for Crafted. So it will look, side by side, that Crafted's further behind than he actually is, because he's done the Mart and Ekman will do the Mart in like 20 minutes or something, but... We see Crogre is evolving into a Nidorino, thanks to fighting those 2 optionals. Ooh, Ekman gets Sand Attack. There's quite a few ranges on Nugget Bridge with Mega Punch. Notably, both Pidgeys are rangers, and they are 1 in 3 to use Sand Attack. And he's getting so punished here. He's missing so many Horn attacks here on Nidoran. Oh my goodness. How many missed Horn attacks is that? Like 5? Holy moly. Well, that's good for Crafted. Pulling it back a little bit. But yeah, we, the astute amongst you will have noticed we picked up Mega Punch in Mount Moon as part of the manipulation. And Mega Punch is pretty strong. I think it's 80 base power, but it's only 85% accurate. So, not only are the things we're trying to kill rangers, but we can also miss them. Oh, and Ekman gets wrapped as well. He's getting an awful look here on bridge. Every miss range is getting punished. Definitely opening the door here for Crafted. Okay, you saw Ekman Poison Sting there to kill the Ekans, even though the Ekans was on 1 HP. And it seems counterintuitive to use a poison move on a poison type, because you get the text show up and say, it's not very effective. But there's actually 2 kinds of moves in these games. A shake move and a flash move. And I think it's where if a move has a secondary effect, like Poison Sting has a secondary effect of it can poison, it becomes a shake move. And the animation for a shake is like a full second faster. So even though you get the extra text box, it's actually optimal to Poison Sting there, because it's a quicker animation than, say, Horn Attack or Water Gun. Crafted does get the Ekans range. Definitely catching up. Crafted's level 20 before that Zubat there. That implies Crafted got Moon XP. I must have missed that. There is a strat. I think it's Crafted's strat, actually, originally. Moon XP. Where if you get a good encounter on the way out of Mount Moon, a Paras or a Geodude, you can kill it. And it gives you a few favourable level ups on Bridge and Route 25. I think it improves a couple of ranges as well through the stat XP. But it means that you notably level early in 3 or 4 spots. Crafter gets Growl there from Nidoran, but thankfully he high rolled on turn 1, so he's able to still kill with Horn Attack on the second turn. Okay, Ekman's through. Ooh. Crafted misses. Punch on Mankey. But he gets Leah on turn 1, which gives him Badge Boost, and the Mankey's a range to die to Mega Punch. But the range is improved thanks to the Badge Boost. So what Badge Boost is, it's more of a Badge Boost reapplication, really, where if we've gotten a badge that corresponds with a stat increase, for example, Brock's badge gives us a Badge Boost for attack. So every time we use a physical damaging move, like Mega Punch, our attack is boosted by 12.5%. If another one of our stats is modified, e.g. Leah lowered our defense, it then reapplies the badge boost for attack. For some reason. Which gave Crafted an additional 12.5 boost to his attack, which meant that he killed the Mankey. It's very interesting. You see that in a few spots where, if we miss and then it uses a move to alter our stat, we can then switch from Mega Punch to Horn Attack. Pretty cool. I guess it is kind of a glitch, and we are playing glitchless, but you also can't avoid it, so... Would it be kind of cringe if you reset the game every time you got hit by String Shot on Route 3? Kroger's out of Mount Moon! What a frickin' legend. I did see him taking a lot of extra steps. I'm not quite sure why. If he was looking for specific encounters. I guess he's looking for a Paris. He was trying to de-summon Paris, perhaps? Ekman missing the range with Mega Punch on Machop though. And then he crits on the second turn. Classic. Useless crit after missing the range. Interesting to see what Ekman does here. I'm not sure what his potion count is. I think it's not bad. So... After this fight, they will have the choice of you can potion before the few fights leading into Misty, or you can just center. Centering has the benefits of, obviously, it replenishes all your HP. It replenishes your Mega Punch count from, you know, whatever, how low it is to full, and if you've sacrificed any HM friends, for example, if you swapped on Bridge Rival because of Sand Attack, it will mean that your HM friend becomes alive again, which is potentially very useful in some spots. Okay, Ekman hits his last punch on Oddish there to finish us off, so... Surely he centers rather than triple potion, because with no punches, it's... You really don't want to be going on from here with none. Your first pick needs to lock in. I assume you pick Crafted. Anyone's race, Crafted, you know, it's not that far behind, considering how bad Crafted's Moon Rocket was. And let's not forget, Crafted has already been to the Mart, so he's got an additional, don't know, what is that, 10 to 15 seconds that he'll make back on Ekman on the Surge Split. And we see Crafted here teaching Thrash. One of the things that makes Nidoking so goated. It's quite amazing how good Nidoking is for this speedrun, but learning Thrash at level 23. It's a 90 base power move, and it's guaranteed to hit for 3 turns, and then potentially 4 turns. You're 50-50 to hit for 4 turns. So it's just, considering a lot of trainers from here on happen to have 3 Pokemon, Thrash is kind of crazy. Not only is it good for PP management, because it only uses 1 PP to kill 3 Pokemon, but it's also just faster, because you will see when Ekman goes to use Thrash here on this Rocket fight, you don't actually have to select a move on the second turn. It just automatically Thrashes the second Pokemon. It's great. Such a simple fight here on Dig Rocket, but can be scary. Machop's a range and he gets it. Drowsy is also a range. I think it's like 90-ish, 95. Gets both. If you miss the Drowsy range, it's got Hypnosis, which puts us to sleep, obviously. It's got Disable, which stops us being able to use certain moves. It's got Confusion, which does a lot of damage. So you really don't want to miss that. Especially, I suppose the only, one of the downsides to Thrash is once you select that move, you're locked into using it and you can't do anything. So, if things start to go bad on Drowsy, they can get even worse real quick. Crafted gets the Machop range as well. And Ekman gets a good Goldeen. Goldeen's potentially a bit troll. It's 1 in 3 to use Supersonic. It's obviously bad, because we want to be as high HP as possible. He's full HP going into Misty. He opts to skip save. I would do the same. I think win rate at full HP is like 97-ish%. I see quite a few runners. If you're in range, out of range to die to like Bubble Beam crit, a lot of people go in. Misty is really scary because of Starmie is a 2-shot. It's actually a 2-shot range, but it's like 99.6% or something. And it's got, she can use an X defend. I think she's 25% to X defend. Or use Bubble Beam. Here we go. And he's through. So the reason Bubble Beam is so scary, you see it did quite a lot of damage. And Bubble Beam crit, I think does 72 max. And it's also 1 in 3, question mark, to lower our speed. And if you get Bubble Beam Speedfall, she outspeeds us. Which is obviously really bad. So if you get something like Bubble Beam Speedfall into Bubble Beam, or crit plus Speedfall, kind of GG. Crafted did save. If Crafted skipped save and he died, then he's like really, really behind. So I don't know. I don't hate it. X defend. So you'll see that he actually won't kill it here because of X defend. We'll see if Thrash gets 4 turns. He does get 4 turns, so he wins the coin flip there. And then he crit on the last turn, which is really troll. Because if he'd crit on the turn before, Starmie would have died. 25% speedfall. Thank you, Zinad. Let's see the time difference. 102. So Crafted's made up like, what, 40 seconds since they left Moon. Andy's done a mart. So Crafted's definitely caught up quite a bit after Ekman got a really bad Nugget Bridge, so Crogre on Mankey here. Kills it with Horn Attack, that's good. I was thinking it is potentially scary HP with 20 there on the Mankey. Mankey is 1 in 3 to use Karate Chop. The funny thing about high crit rate moves in this game, like Karate Chop is a high crit rate move, where it's based on, obviously I think I said before that your crit rate is based on speed, so the faster the Pokemon, the higher the crit rate. And what a high crit rate move does is it takes your base speed and times it by 8. So if your crit chance is 12.5% or better, you are guaranteed to crit with that move. And Mankey is one of those Pokemon, where if Mankey uses Karate Chop, it's guaranteed to crit. On the flip side, Machop. If Machop hits us with Karate Chop, I think it's only like 55% to crit, because Machop's pretty slow. Did Crafted lose so much time? Yeah, he got like mega scuffed Moon Rocket. I think he got double defense drop on the Rat into Supersonic. Had to swap, and then he left Moon Rocket with no potions. It was really, really cringe. So Crafted's at really high HP, so it kind of locks him out of... Well, it doesn't completely lock him out, but unless he takes some damage from here, it looks like he's going to be locked out of Flybar. In casual races, I have seen Crafted skip Flybar, even when he could have gone for it. Because the caveat to getting Red Bar in races, obviously it's faster, but considerably riskier. The things that you worry about killing you in glitchless are extra worrying. Let's see how Ekman gets on here on Pidgeotto. 1 in 3 to use Sand Attack. And he gets Fail. Oh, the rich get richer. His HP is getting interesting. He's going to level here after Kadabra, and then the Ivysaur is 50-50, I think, to use Leech Seed or Vine Whip. Vine Whip's kind of cringe, right? Yeah, I think Leech Seed's good though. Vine Whip would have put him at 19, I think, which is kind of awkward. So now Ekman's at 27, which gives him a couple of options to try and take damage on Surge if he wanted to. Try and get Red Bar. Oh, Crafted crits the Pidgeotto with Horn Attack, that's huge. Obviously it's nice because you kill it in one hit, but you don't give it the chance to use Sand Attack. He opts to Thrash turn 2 on Rat. I guess that he's going to try and force damage on Ivysaur if he doesn't get the 4-turn. If he only gets a 3-turn Thrash, what you can do is deliberately try and hit through the confusion. And if you hit yourself, then you take extra damage. Okay, he gets the 4-turn Thrash. So, it's an interesting strat, because you can try and force yourself to take more damage. So if you hit self plus a second Vine Whip, would have been interesting. What's IT? Good question. It stands for Instant Text. There is... I'm not sure what you'd call it, because we use it in Glitchless. So it's not a glitch per se. But there's an oversight in the game where if you talk to the man in the bike shop when you don't have a bike voucher, the game starts printing text instantly. Rather than, if you watch the game now, you'll see that text is printed one character at a time. It's like a character per frame. But if you have instant text, the whole block of text just appears instantly. So, over the course of a run, it saves like 2.5 minutes. Now, you don't keep instant text for the full run, because it has its limitations, where you can't open the menu, or swap Pokemon, or heal in battle, and things like that. That breaks instant text. But the reason we do a tournament without instant text is instant text kind of forces you to play extra risky, because the upside of the time save is so good. But in a tournament, you know, if you get unlucky, you want to heal, you know, you might want to do some safety strats. You kind of can't do that with instant text. Ekman doing 60-60 cans. There's a few variations to cans manips, so I think there's 4 variations I can think of. Ekman's doing a 60-60, where it's slightly slower, because you take a couple of extra steps and do a start flash, but it's way more consistent. Certain things cancel the glitch? That's right, yeah. Yeah, technically it's not 60 out of 60, it's actually 3,596 out of 3,600, but, you know, who's counting? Crafted also doing 60-60. See what Ekman gets damage here. He gets Tackle. If he'd got Sonic Boom there, that would have been the nuts, but... 24... I don't know. He can't hit Self because he finished off the Voltorb with Bubble Beam. He's gonna be what, 27 HP entering Rock Tunnel? So he could stall. He's got some options if he wants to go for Red Bar. Crafter gets X speed. He gets Sonic Boom miss. No, that's so stupid. I think Sonic Boom is 90% accurate. I think Sonic Boom would have been nice. That's so silly. crafted swaps on Misty here. The issue Kroger has here on Misty is the Nidoran that we manipulate has very specific stats. It has perfect attack, defense, and special, and it has near perfect speed, which means that we outspeed Starmie. I think with Kroger's speed, he's actually speed tied with Starmie, so it's 50-50 who goes first, so it does make Misty a lot scarier for him, but he gets through after a swap. I suppose the issue for Kroger as well, because he's got such bad attack, the Starmie is like a pretty bad range to die in 2 hits. I think that's the issue that he had. But Kroger's a smart man, he knows to swap. Kroger doing early Bubble Beam Teach, I like it, I like it. See, crafted digging out of the Pokemon fan club there. Some oversight in Pokemon Red where they messed up the tile sets in certain buildings where we're able to dig out of buildings. Not all buildings, but a lot of the buildings that we would like to be able to dig out of, we can dig out of. So it saves us having to... For example, in Pokemon Yellow, they actually walk all the way to Diglett's Cave so they can dig, and it warps us back to Cerulean City so that we don't have to walk all the way back. Kroger forgot Thrash? Oh no, did he teach Bubble Beam over Thrash? Oh, that's not good. He's reset, yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay. Let's all watch Kroger. Hopefully he gets through Starmie again here. We get X Defend turn 1, that's not good. Crit. Crit. 4-turn Thrash into crit. Ooh, he YOLOs it. He YOLOs. He's hitting Confusion. He's gonna live Water Gun. Yeah. Ooh, really messy. It was. You see there the problem with having speed that isn't perfect. You're just giving. Oh, Squirtle lives on 1. That's kind of silly. Crafted Thrashing turn 1 on the Bugcatcher. The third Pokemon, the Venonat, is a range to die. And it's got Disable, so it's kind of cringe. We'll see what Ekman does here. He might opt to do a stall and deliberately take damage on one of the Pokemon here. Kills the Slowpoke, okay. Red Bar is obviously not essential, and has its caveats. I should probably say why Red Bar is good. Red Bar is a state in the game where if we are at, or if the HP bar is at 10 pixels out of 48, so it's about 21% of our max HP, or lower, so 1 to 21%. We're in a state called Red Bar, where virtually everything in battle goes a lot faster. So incoming Pokemon cries when the Pokemon appear in the fight goes faster. We're able to buffer into moves faster. Ekman didn't save. He's going in at 30. Potentially risky. Stun Spore. This could get messy. Better than Sleep Powder. If he got Sleep Powder, it was like mega cursed. But this could still go bad. Okay, he needs to hit here. Ooh, this is scary. This is really scary. Paralysis is bad because it lowers our speed, and you're only 25% to hit through paralysis. This is pretty troll because he's failed to hit through twice. He's failed 75% to hit through, and Growl is bad because now we don't one-shot Bulbasaur. He needs to hit, and Leech Seed. Oh, this is about as bad as this fight can go. This is... How is he not hit through 4 times? Yeah, this is a really tough spot. Like, do you swap and heal off the paralysis? Crafted's paralyzed as well. Crafted opts to full restore. Now, Crafted picked up the full restore in the underground because he's got really low potion count, which is kind of clutch because it bails him out of this situation. And if Crafted is watching the stream, he is seeing how bad this fight is going for Ekman. And he just thinks, I'm getting out of this and going. And Ekman's through. That is ridiculous. And there's like not much you can do about that. Oddish Girl played that perfectly, honestly. Paralyze you on turn 1. And then on the Bulbasaur, she sets up Leech Seed, 2 Growls. Like, what are you gonna do, man? Like, he just got absolutely outplayed by an NPC. Like, oh my goodness. I should obviously say, for anyone that doesn't know, NPCs have completely random AI, except for quote-unquote smart AI, where some trainers will use super effective moves. But for the most part, a lot of trainers just don't have AI. Crogre is desumming for an Oddish, I believe, in the grass. I hope he's desumming. So it's an interesting spot. Ekman's got a red bar. So like I said, red bar's noticeably faster. I think if you have full red bar for Fly Split, it's like 45-ish. I just saw a self-destruct Geodude. Crafted must have... Oh, he thrashed! Crafted used Thrash. He accidentally thrashed on Geodude, I guess. And then the Geodude blew itself up. And now the Graveler's not killing his Squirtle. Oh my goodness. He overtaught Bubble Beam? I did not see that. Oh, he doesn't have Bubble Beam. That's crazy. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, if you have to thrash. So it's actually good that the Geodude is self-destructed, because it saved him like several turns. Split XP on Graveler. I'm not sure how that's going to affect his XP, yeah. Stat XP should be fine, because Graveler's got really low speed, surely. Yeah, so Crafted accidentally taught Thunderbolt over Bubble Beam, it looks like. That's really unfortunate. So all that time that that Ekman lost... Crafted's lost a big chunk of that back again. Man, what a hectic 2 fights, that's crazy. My goodness. Oh my god, how does that happen? Split here matter? I don't know. I'm really sorry, Crafted. You could kill something on Cycling Road. But that's after Sylph. I don't know if it's going to matter for Sylph. Your level up should be fine, surely, right? You could skip Repel for Cycling Road, hope that you see an encounter and kill it. And if you don't, then... I don't know, man. Messy. Right, I'm totally lost on what people's HPs is right now, but in the mart there's a couple of different strats we can do with our shopping. There's a couple of variations depending on what HP we are entering Lavender Tower. Kind of so we can safely get through the rival fight, but also maximize our chances of cheesing our way into getting red bar or keeping red bar. Yeah, I'd imagine stat XP's fine, with Graveler's base speed being so bad. Ekman doing 13xx, so he might be doing early drill. So the slight variation is you can teach Horn Drill before Lavender Tower or not, which would allow us to use Horn Drill on the rival fight. The alternative is we keep Thrash for a bit longer. Horn Drill is another reason why Nidoking is just so goated in this game, where we see the combination of X accuracy plus Horn Drill, because Horn Drill guarantees that we knock out a Pokemon, assuming it's not Ghost type. But it's only 30% accurate. However, X accuracies in Generation 1 completely skip the accuracy check when using a move. So if we X accuracy on turn 1, we are guaranteed to hit the Horn Drill no matter what, which makes Nidoking crazy goated. The one caveat to that is it only kills if we are faster than the opposition Pokemon. So in some fights, we will also X speed to guarantee that we outspeed all the Pokemon. Where is Crogre here? Kroger's on Boat Rival. Slightly low HP, but... see if he gets a vine up on that. I wonder if he'll do Gentleman. Yep, you see Ekman using an X accuracy there. We're kind of fishing for some damage there, so you give Pidgeotto a turn, and I think it's 50-50 to hit you, the bird. And if it hits us, we go into deeper red bar, and then we just one-shot all of these Pokemon. So I think he's gonna level out of red bar here. Yeah. The nice thing about being 24 HP though is he's about to fight a trainer with two Ghastlies, who are both level 23, and their strongest damaging move is Nightshade. Nightshade is one of those moves where the damage correlates to the level of the user. So when Ghastly uses Nightshade, it will always do 23 damage on this coming fight, which is really nice when you've got 24 HP. Crafter gets quick attack. I think he got hit immediately into red bar and then levels out of it. He leveled one poke late. You normally level after the Vulpix, but he leveled after Pidgeotto because he's missing a bit of XP. He'll probably level after Ivysaur. Ekman hitting his first Rock Slide. Rock Slide is our kind of only real answer to these Ghastlies. The problem with Ghastly is they've got really high special defense. Ooh, Ekman's feed's lagging for a sec. Hopefully he comes back. So Switch the audio to crafted for a second. Oh, Ekman's back. Gassies have really... Crafted's lagging as well, that's not good. They have really high special defense, so we need a physical move that can hit them. But at the moment, we don't have any physical moves that can hit ghost types. So thankfully we can buy Rock Slide in Celadon Mart to use against the Ghastlies. The problem with Rock Slide is it's only 90% accurate, and if you miss, it can get messy real fast. Let me see if I refresh Crafted's feed here, what happens. Okay, I think Crafted's PC might be having an issue. Sorry about that. Oh, he's back. Sorry about that. Right, looks like Tuck is using his speed up, like promise you he is. I'm just getting his speed back. Alright, he's back down. It's hard to keep track. I want to be fair and keep an eye on Kroger, but it's kind of hard when so much is happening on the other two screens. Okay. I just need to play with the feed a little bit again. Sorry guys if you see some speed ups. Just accounting for the lag, because internet dropped for a second, I think. Crafted's about to do the sequence break, where we can use Pokédoll on the ghost here. And it skips us having to do the rocket hideout section, where normally we would get an item called the Sylph Scope to get past the ghost. You can't get past the ghost ordinarily without the item Sylph Scope. But apparently we can if we use a Pokédoll. Normally you would use a Pokédoll to run from a wild Pokemon. And we can use it on the ghost there to skip several minutes. I think it's like 8 minutes or something that we would normally have to do. Okay, bear with me. I'm gonna have to pause someone's feed for a sec. Sorry about that. Gotta sync everyone back up because of the signal issues. Alrighty, we're back in sync. Sorry about that, guys. Kroger got destroyed by cans. No, dude. One of the worst parts about Manipulas. The cans in Surge's gym. You have to gamble for one of the cans and just hope that you get lucky. And the second can is a predetermined can, but it's like one of the adjacent cans, I think. So you just have to guess. You can save after the first can, and if you get the wrong can the second time, you just reset and guess again. but can be really messy. Crafted crits the Raticate there with Thunderbolt. That's potentially very good, because that Raticate is orange. Oh, Crogre, he nearly forgot to dig out of the room there. Thankfully, Squirtle can learn Dig, because Crogre's doing Manipulus. He didn't find a Paris in Mount Moon, but he caught an Oddish, which can learn Cut. And his Squirtle can learn Dig, so it kind of gets us around the no Paris issue nicely. Crogre opting to bike around the houses there. I guess he doesn't know that cutting the bush is slightly faster than biking all the way around. That's okay. Playing the game how he wants. I respect it. Arbok here for Ekman. Potentially Troll. It's 1 in 4 to use Glare, which will paralyze us. Which is the bad outcome, because he has to heal this immediately. Because he's doing early Drill, he doesn't have Thrash to try and kill the Arbok, so he does Ak plus Horn Drill strats. But because of Glare, when you're paralyzed, it reduces our speed, which means that Horn Drill wouldn't work if we tried to use it on Arbok. So you have to heal paralysis off immediately. If you're thrashing, healing paralysis in fight isn't an issue, and you could potentially delay paralysis heal until the rival fight. Crogre Horn attacking now on Oddish. Don't think this will die. That's okay, he gets absorbed, that's good. I think this Oddish also has ability to paralyze you. Thunderbolt there for the quicker animation. Crogre knows his stuff, I respect it. He saved about a second there by using Thunderbolt instead of a second Horn attack. Crafted triple T-bolting here on Arbok. Little pause there from Ekman, just making sure he gets his swaps right. Takes a bit of damage from Pidgeot. Silphco is interesting, because we actually want to take damage. It might seem somewhat counterintuitive. Can be good for Red Bar, but the reason we really want damage is at the end of the split against Koga. We want to be as low HP as possible, if not completely fainted. We will get to why that is good later, but for now, runners, you want to be leaving Sylph. I guess like low 70s is good. If you're anywhere in that low 70s to 80s range, it's pretty nice. But Ekman will be hoping for a bit more damage. We need to set up X accuracies on the next 2 fights, so you could lock yourself into getting some damage. Crafted healing off the paralysis in the fight here, which gives Pidgeot another turn to damage us, but it doesn't. I think that was that was Crafted's last paralyze heal. Is there anything else that can actually paralyze us from here? I think he's good, actually. He's double T-bolting Pidgeot. What's going on with Crafted's moveset? I'm not positive I know what's going on with Crafted's moves, but I respect that he knows what he's doing. Ekman hit down to 32 by Bone Club from Cubone. Good HP for Ekman here. It actually opens up the door to him purposefully stalling for Red Bar on this next fight here. He's at potentially very good HP. Agatha Para, yeah, potentially. Could get the 4 restore as he leaves Victory Road crafted. It does mean that he's got an extra slot open in his bag, so he might pick up an extra item somewhere. Our inventory in our bag is very carefully planned out in advance, and we actually want a full bag where possible, 20 out of 20 items, because when we beat a gym leader, they will try and give us a TM for beating them, and it's actually faster for them not to give it to us, and they'll have a text box that says, "Oh, please make room for this TM," and then they leave you alone. So where possible, we actually want a full bag at all times. Ekman gets hit by Fury Attack, which is kind of troll, because it's a bit slow and he didn't take that much damage. Carefully crafted El Revolver, please. Ekman choosing not to stall, which is fine. I think you could maybe do like X-Spec stall on Rhyhorn, but I forget what HP that is. He might be a bit low for that, I can't remember. But Ekman's chilling. He's got nice HP. There's only one thing Ekman might worry about, which is an upcoming Hypno, which is going to be about 1 in 4 to kill him. But Crafted would like some damage. Horn Attack, once in your life. He also gets Fury Attack. Oh, his lasts longer though. Free turn, okay. Little troll, little troll. Krogre's making his way through Rock Tunnel. Rock Tunnel's a bit scary if you're not super practiced with it. Obviously, you can't see where you're going. With practice, you can memorize the layout of the tunnel, but you definitely have to have some visualization in your head of where the trainers are. And Ekman's going to do a quick menu here, wake up the Snorlax, swaps his Paralyzed Heals down the bag, because we don't really need them anymore, and in turn he swaps Rare Candies up the bag to the top, because we are going to use the Rare Candies. It's one of the nice things about routing in Gen 1 is everything's optimized to the point where we're literally swapping things that we want to use to the top, because we're going to scroll down the bag anyway to use the Poke Flute, right? So we might as well, while we're doing that, swap the useful items for the not very useful items. It looks like Crafter's using speed ups, but I promise you he isn't. It's just his feed. I've got his timers synced up, don't worry. Good menu from Crafted. Ekman nearly missed his swap. So again, in this menu, we want to teach Earthquake. So on the way down, he swaps an X item to the top that we want to use. Earthquake's incredible. It's a stab move. Stab stands for same type attack boost. So if we use a move that is the same type as our Pokemon, i.e. Nidoking is 50% ground type, which means that when we use a ground move like Earthquake, we get a 50% damage boost, which is kind of crazy because it's already 100 base power. So every time we use Earthquake, it's basically 150 base power. Really, really good move. Crafted also does his swap. I'm not sure how messed up Crafter's inventory is after he did early mart in Cerulean, so it could be a case of like his potions are in a different spot, so he's used to them being in. He's having to adapt a little bit, I think, but a very clean menu, really, considering everything considered. Yeah. Safari's quite interesting. We get the gold teeth, which is going to allow us to get the HM for strength shortly. And we also get the HM for Surf immediately as well, so... And we're able to dig out, which is pretty handy. I don't know what we'd do if you couldn't dig out of Safari. I guess you'd just bike backwards and forwards until ding dong and you're kicked out of Safari. So I can hear a cat outside. I fed you earlier, go away. Enough. Meow. I've not been fed in 10 minutes. The trainers in Koga's gym are pretty straightforward. You just one-shot all of these with Earthquake. Except for one poke in particular that Ekman's going to see in a minute. I always get flashbacks on this fight. I Gen 1 missed Earthquake on this fight into disable Earthquake once. That was fun. Another fun thing about Generation 1 is 100% accurate moves are not 100% accurate. It's great. Where they messed up the code for the game. Where moves are actually 1 out of 256 to miss. So every time you use a move, it's got an additional 0.4% chance to miss. Okay, Ekman's an interesting HP. He lives Headbutt crit, I think. So he's only dead to Confusion here. Hypno's 1 in 4 to use Confusion. Or he could crit it. He doesn't. He gets Disable. Good. Disables Earthquake, but he doesn't need it because we're going to T-Bolt there for the faster animation. Very good. So the only RNG left on this fight, in this split for Ekman is we're going to do an interesting strat on the Wheezing, where we deliberately die to manipulate perfect HP for the late game. So he's going to use an item on the Wheezing. So it kind of kills two birds with one stone, right? We want to stall the turn, but we also want to replenish our HP because we've got no horn drills or earthquakes left. So we'll fill that up with an elixir, and we'll hopefully die in one hit on the Wheezing, which is guaranteed to use self-destruct, except for 25% chance, because Koga is 25% to use an X attack on every given turn. So hopefully he just gets self-destruct. Let's see how Crafted gets on as well on Hypno. Confusion. He lives. Some crit rolls. Okay, perfect. He's chilling. It looked like Ekman, out of the corner of my eye, used a Poke Flute there to stall it out, so... There's a few things you can do to stall out a turn. If you get X attack, you can stall by... You can use an X item, potentially, or you can use Poke Flute. And you just wait until self-destruct. Now there are obviously instances where you don't die to self-destruct. Self-destruct does, I think, 79 to 94-ish. So there are some backup strats that you can do on the fights coming up. So what we do, the reason we want to get self-destruct from Koga is we rare candy after Koga. which Ekman did when he left the gym. So now you'll see with level 43, so we leveled just before the wheezing to level 40, so we get full value out of our rare candies, and we're only at 10 HP, which means we're at perfect red bar. And another reason why Nidoking is just so good is we can actually manipulate the trainer AI on the coming up fights. Because smart AI in this game is not so smart, they will use super effective moves even if they don't do damage. So we'll see on Blaine is a good example, where he will use a move that doesn't damage us, but allows us to set up on the fight and take no damage. And keep red bar. There are a couple of scary fights when we're in red bar, but you just need to not get unlucky. Lots of execution on this split. There's, what, 3 menus? 3 menus, and some digs and some cuts. And a little bit of RNG at the end. We're teaching Blizzard here, which is a really powerful move, 120 base power Ice move. Ice move is of course good against grass types and dragon types, which is the main use we're going to get out of it. Oh, and ground types. Or is Rhydon rock type? Is that weak to ice? I can't remember. The caveat to Blizzard, I feel like everything we do is good, but has a caveat. The caveat to Blizzard is, of course, it's 90% accurate. And a lot of the times, if you miss a Blizzard, there is potential punishes. Right, we're going to see the first instance of Blizzard use here from Ekman. Execute, only dice. The only move we've got for it is Blizzard here. And if you miss the range, it's 50-50 to punish you. It's got Reflect and Hypnosis. So I guess it's not 50-50 because Hypnosis is only 60% accurate, so you're only like, what, 3% to get punished? But, yeah. When you use Blizzard. Interestingly, on this fight, she has 2 Pokemon that are Grass type, but they're also Poison type. So we can use Earthquake on Victory Bell, and it actually does neutral damage. It says super effective damage because the game coding is weird, where it thinks it's super effective because ground is super effective against poison, but it's actually neutral because grass resists ground. Gets through there. Blizzard Miss on Tangela can be Troll. Tangela has Constrict and Wrap. Oh no, not it's got Bind, which is basically Wrap, but. High execution split here for Ekman. Got to do the Blaine questions. Make sure you get them right. If you accidentally get a question wrong here, you have to fight an optional trainer. Kroger taking a bit of time, make sure he gets his menus right. Can be complicated. Maybe he's not got as much money as he thought he did. Not entirely sure. I think it's tough for Kroger because he's doing Manipulus, but if he's not going into hideout. Ooh, Crafted's getting. Oh my goodness, he's taking a lot of damage. I'm not sure what happened there with Crafted on Tangle Up. He took a lot of damage, so a bit scary. Common question I see sometimes from beginners is that they think people get the questions wrong because they don't press down to select no on these text boxes. But if you press B on the yes/no, it actually counts as saying no. So they're not saying yes to every question. Ooh, Super Pot turn 1 for Ekman, that's really nice. So, like I was saying, the reason red bar is possible in this game is certain fights are very silly. Blaine is guaranteed to use agility with his Growlithe because it's Psychic type and we're Poison type. So we just get a free setup turn. But Blaine is extra silly where he's, I think, 25% to use a Super Potion on either of those turns. And if he uses a Super Potion, it saves time. Like several seconds, in fact. So, huge for Ekman. Crafted's at 4 HP, which could be a bit scary on Black Belt coming up. He's gonna go to, he'll be 10 HP for Black Belt, right? And low kick does 9 to 11, so he's like in range to die to low kick as well as Karate Chop. Sabrina is a free fight. The reason we do Sabrina last here is to guarantee that we're going to outspeed all of her pokes. She has an Alakazam, which is one of the fastest Pokemon in the game. So we leave her till last, so we can guarantee one-shot all of her Pokemon and outspeed Alakazam. And because we've got amazing stats on our manipulated Nidoran, we don't have to get any Carbos or stat-altering items. Pretty nice. Kroger, on the other hand, he might have to do different strats. I'm not fully up to date with Manipulus strats on what items you need, but it's very possible he will get an extra rare candy or Carbos to boost his speed for Sabrina. Ekman will die twice and Crafted will live. I've seen crazier things, Tackle. If that's what the scriptwriters have in store, fair play. Primal Pizza showed us that anything can happen. Interesting spot here for Ekman. He's coming up to one of the scarier fights at this portion of the run. Black belt. We need to set up an X accuracy on his Machoke. Its moveset is Leer, Focus Energy. Both of those are good. It's got Low Kick, which we only die to a crit. And it's got Karate Chop, which is a high crit rate move. It's about 70% to crit if it uses Karate Chop, which kills us. He opts to save, which pretty standard strat. Some people skip it. Low Kick's good, and he lives. He is through the Gatekeeper. You will see some people skip save. I'm a skip save enjoyer. Kind of the problem with saving, if you can call it a problem, is you can like chain death. I think black belt's like 1 in 6 to kill you. Something like that. So if you start dying multiple times, it gets a bit cringe. So you can skip save, and then if you die, you can revive and try and recover red bar by stalling in a couple of spots. I'd imagine Crafted's going to skip save in this situation to try and save the, 7 seconds or whatever that it takes to save. Any unzippers? I guess, did Krogre not buy repels? I saw he had some money issues. I wonder if he didn't buy repels to try and be able to afford stuff. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, all eyes on Crafted. Did he save? I didn't see. I'm assuming not. He's at lower HP. He's dead to low kick. Low kick's... Okay, he does a different strat there in this situation to EX specs, which meant that he would take less damage from low kick. So if he did get low kick, he would have survived. Interesting strat. The added risk, obviously, is he hasn't got an X accuracy, so when he uses blizzards, it's actually 90% accurate rather than 100. But interesting strat there from Crafted, because I'm not sure what low kick is after he uses an X special, but the X special reapplies our defense badge boost, which means that low kick would do slightly less damage. Really interesting strat. There's not many players that you would expect to see that kind of play from, but Crafted's been doing races for like 10 years, so he knows all the little tricks. Missed Ekman's Giovanni fight, but Giovanni is completely free as long as you don't general miss on one of his first 4 Pokemon. We just one-shot everything with Earthquake. Bit of RNG at the end, where he's gonna use Blizzard on Rhydon, and Rhydon is I think it's like 50 or 55% range to die. But even though it's a range, it can't touch us because he refuses to use moves that can kill us, because he is another trainer that is silly. Looked like Ekman missed the Pidgeot range. That's also a range figure, it's like 65. Crafted got guard spec there on Giovanni. Giovanni's a trainer who I think he's 25% to use a guard spec on any of his Pokemon. And it's really fast because it just pops up like, oh, Giovanni used a guard spec, puff puff, and you just clear the text boxes and go. It's really nice. They're both in similar situations here, where ordinarily, if you take no damage from Koga to Bruno, you actually level out of red bar slightly. You're like 1 or 2 HP too high, and you level out on Bruno. But they've both taken damage, so they're going to have full red bar up until they heal before Agatha here. This rival fight's free as well. As long as you use the right moves on the right Pokemon, you can't die. Unless you're doing like the Blizz Venusaur route, which is silly. Really high execution split on Lorelei here. Not much variance. They both missed the Pidgeot range. So it seems fair. You see a lot of variance on this split, execution-wise, between top runners and newcomers. You know, you can see like 30-second swings even between really top runners, and even runners that I would consider good can lose, you know, 15 seconds on this split just to execution. It's tough. Lots of things that you can buffer that aren't always intuitive. It's kind of one of the things that makes Gen 1 and Red interesting to play, I suppose, is the execution. There's so many little tricks that you can do in Pokemon Red to make the menuing and like everything we do really faster. Watching top runners do menuing is just, it's like art sometimes. It's just mind-boggling. Okay. Forgive me while I fiddle with Crafted's feed here. He's been lagging a bit, so he's a bit closer to Ekman than it actually looks, because I'm going to put him in 2 times speed here. I promise he's not cheating. I promise it's me putting him in speed up. Just Crafted's internet lagging him a little bit. Look at him go. Peepo, England. Oh god, now he's ahead. I need to... Right. Now I need to pause him because he went from being 30 seconds behind to 10 seconds ahead. Alright, Ekman and Crafted are back in sync. So what you see is how close it actually is. So ordinarily in any percent glitchless, you would see players deposit here entering the Elite Four. We would deposit 2 Pokemon that we ideally don't want to use because it saves time in the Hall of Fame. There's less cutscenes in the Hall of Fame for the Pokemon that we have. However, obviously we have 4 Pokemon and Ekman's still got 2 revives because he's not died. So if anything goes awry on Elite Four, he does have Pokemon that he can revive with. Lorelei's an interesting fight. He swaps to Pidgey. Lorelei she has Smart AI, so she's going to use a super effective move on turn 1. So if we stayed in with Nidoking, she's 50-50 to use Aurora Beam or Rest. The really weird thing with Lorelei specifically is they gave her an extra line of text in her code that says she's going to rest on turn 2. always. So we can manipulate her AI by swap to Pidgey. She kills Pidgey with Aurora Beam. We swap back to Nidoking. She uses Rest, guaranteed, and then we sweep her entire team. Really cool strat. Only bad thing that can happen really is if she Gen 1 misses Aurora Beam on the Pidgey, then you're in real trouble. But assuming that doesn't happen, you're chilling. That's HP here for Ekman. He's gonna keep Red Bar. He's only dead to Slam Crit, I think. Elixirs before the fight to replenish our Horn Drill PP. I think he's only dead to Slam. I think Rock Throw Crit is like 20. I'm not sure where Kroger's going, but he's going somewhere. X Defend, beautiful. Couple of extra text boxes, but all Gucci. Now, I'm not sure what route Ekman's on. I think he might have X specials already high up the top here, but he's going to menu before Agatha to heal. Agatha is the first big RNG pivot point here for a while. She leads a Gengar. Gengar's very fast. It's got Confuse Ray, Nightshade, Hypnosis, and Dream Eater. Dream Eater's good, does nothing. Hypnosis can miss. Nightshade's good. She's also about 8% to swap on any turn there, so she could swap to Golbat on turn 1, which is like the absolute thing that you want, but obviously it's pretty unlikely. So, Ekman doing the double super strat, which I really like, where you want to be high HP for the next fight on Lance anyway. So, you're kind of hedging your bets where you double heal, and then if you take no damage on Agatha, you're kind of rewarded because you don't have to heal again, right? We set up an X special, which does two things. We get Hypnosis. X special's good because it means that we one-shot the Golbat with Blizzard, but it also means that we outspeed the Gengars. Nightshade's good. Nightshade does fixed damage, like we said earlier, so he's always going to take 56 damage. So, all things considered, not a slow fight really for Ekman. You really want to hit that Blizzard on Golbat. Golbat has a bit of a troll moveset as well. It's got Haze. Haze is bad. It resets all of our stats, so it like removes the fact that we've used an X special, which is really bad. Did Ekman catch a low kick? He did. He took a low kick. So Ekman's kind of chilling here. He's going to have to heal for Lance. I guess he'll super plus pot. Gyarados does 128 max with Hydro Pump. Crafted is through Agatha. Looked pretty quick. I missed what happened on turn 1 on Gengar, to be honest. He's got nice HP though, as crafted. For single super going to Lance. Yeah, Ekman potting there. And he'll probably save. Yep. Lance is super scary. We need to set up an X special. Ooh, weird strat from Ekman there. He walked to the right instead of up. Not sure what that was about. He might have closed the bag with right. There's like an advanced menu strat where you can close the bag with a direction. Like, I think he did that. So we need to set up an X special so that we can live a hit on Gyarados. But we actually don't kill Gyarados with Thunderbolt, so we have to set up an X special to kill it and survive. 23 is perfect. Means that we have red bar for the rest of the fight. He's got 2 Dragonairs, which have Smart AI, and they just spam Agility. Which is great for us, because it gives us a free turn to set up an X Speed. And the reason we want an X Speed is he has, as his next poke, an Aerodactyl, which is, I think, the fastest Pokemon in the game. Doesn't Gem 1 miss Thunderbolt, which is wonderful. Let's see how Crafted gets on. He's at 131, he's a bit lower. He could do with a low roll here. He gets Hydro Miss, and he takes Hydro Miss. Interesting. He doesn't stall for Red Bar. He kind of needs Ekman to die here. I guess the logic here for Crafted is if he gets the same RNG as Ekman, he's going to lose. So if he takes Hydro Pump Miss, he can go into Champ and not worry about taking damage. And then you just pray that Ekman dies. Ekman's triple potting. Sky Attack, I think, is like 85 max. I guess Sky Attack and stay in and get crit. I think Pidgeot's crit rate is like 20%. Crafted's just praying Ekman dies here, but Ekman healing is... If Ekman's keeping an eye on the stream, which I suppose he is, he saw Crafted take Hydro Miss and just hedged his bets and healed. That's GG Ekman. Ekman's guaranteed to win here. He's got 6 Horn Drills and he just sweeps the Champ fight. Let's see how Crafted gets on. Champ fight is interesting. We need to set up an X special so that we outspeed Alakazam. And we X accuracy, obviously, for Horn Drill. So we need to set up 1 or 2 turns on the Pidgeot. It's got Wing Attack, and Sky Attack, Mirror Move, and Whirlwind, I think. So, can be a bit of a troll fight. He gets double Wing Attack, which would kill you in most situations if you went in at low HP, obviously. Clean fight for Crafted. Not much Crafted can do there, honestly. Going into Lance behind, he needed something bad to happen to Ekman, and he took Hydro Miss. He needed Ekman to just get unlucky, so you gotta respect the Hydro Miss take. In close races like that, you kind of just have to do the opposite strat of what your opponent does. You know, if your opponent plays risky, you play safe. If they play safe, you play risky, just to hedge your bets. Pretty good race overall between Ekman and Crafted. Stayed really close the whole race. Really, Ekman got a really clean start. I think he was like a low 25 moon exit, and kind of just hung in there. Crafted was a bit unlucky in the early game, and they were on each other's coattails the whole way through. We'll keep it up for Crogre. Kroger's been in Sil for a while. I think he might have got lost. Going up to 10F. Gonna get Earthquake. He's gonna get the Carbos. I think that's Carbos, right? Yep. GG Ekman. Ekman gets a 155.02 official time. Low 155, very solid. All in all. And Crafted right in there behind him. I'll drag these guys in for commentary once I have... I just need to sync up Crafted's finish time here. And looks like Crafter got 1:55.43 official time. So about 30 seconds gap at the end there. Super close. You love to see it. We love close. Nice close races like that. Alright, I will... Ekman and Crafted. Ekman, do you want to come and do commentary? I'll drag you in. In the meantime, let me switch to... I'll switch to a 2-racer feed, so we're a bit bigger with Krogre there. Krogre gets a bit more spotlight. Oh, they've joined. I need to undeafen them. It would help. GG. What a race.
GG. What a race.
I can't believe I thought over Bumblebee.
Dude, I was so confused. When you were thrashing on... I didn't realise. And then I saw you thrashing the Geodude Hiker. I was like, what's going on?
I was wondering how I didn't lose time on fly split. I guess that's how.
Oh yeah, Ekman had the worst Oddish Girl fight I've genuinely ever seen. My goodness, it was so bad.
It was comically like I don't know.
Yeah, I was wondering how I like barely lost time.
I think I got fully parried four times. Then yeah, seeded and then swapped out, healed twice. I don't know.
I can't think what else really happened there. Ekman, you got off to a really solid start, right? And
yeah, my start was really good, and then I got 3 moon encounters on the way out, and I got like my bridge was hilariously bad as well. Like I think I missed 4 mega punches in a row once, and then 3 or 4 horn attacks in a row on the Pidgey or on the Nidoran.
It was just... My start was terrible. I ran out of potions before leaving Moon.
Yeah.
I tried the Cerulean Mart strat, but I didn't know how much money I would have, so I couldn't buy everything I wanted.
Yeah, the money's... Because I think you've bought 4 repels, right? And then I think it's like, actually, you either have to sell TM34 or you only buy 3 pots because you can only afford 1 Paralyze Heal, right?
Yeah, I only bought 3. Yeah, probably just sell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's rough. But yeah, you got like double defense drop into confusion on Moon Rocket, right? It's just like, what do you do?
I swapped out and then came back in confusion again, and he kept critting me as well. So I kept having to
Yeah, I didn't realize you had so low potions until I thought I saw 1 and then the cursor disappear. Like when you used it, I was like, oh, I've seen this movie before. Like, not good.
It was, I think, because Brock crit me as well. Geodude had to heal twice on Brock, and on Short Sky got wrapped twice.
And then
anyway,
I think
when I thought over Bumblebee, I was just like, what do I do now? Do I reset to Surge or just continue? I just decided to continue.
I think Krogre also, he taught Bubble Beam over Thrash by accident, so he reset back to the save before Misty. So pretty rough.
I'm happy that I hit my minips. I got extended, which I did not expect. Very happy with that.
Yeah, thanks for agreeing to start early. I saw you practicing extended before. I was like, I'll let you do a couple.
I did 1 and messed up, and then I hit it on the run, so it's fine. I forgive you.
You got the mess up out the way.
Yeah. And I also messed up Moon Minute right before, so I don't know. I think I found this secret.
mess up in practice, and then
Yeah.
do well in the run.
When you're way more nervous. I was like Moon menu. I was taking it very slow. Did not want to escape rope.
Oh yeah, I was taking it slow because I had no potions, so everything was weird
Yeah.
slots.
Yeah. No, in general, I think you could see that I'm pretty rusty. I think that's my second run. I did one race on Friday, and then so everything was pretty slow, like all the menus, inputs, decisions, and stuff. So
I should have gone slower teaching Thunderbolt.
yeah.
I feel like Fly Onwards was pretty drama-free for both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do some weird stuff in Sylph because of no Bowl Beam.
Yeah, I saw you like double T-Bolt Pidgeot or something, and then you used your last Paralyze Heal on because of Arbok and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to save 2 Horn Drills and then Max Ether on Marowak. So I had drills for Giovanni.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how did you beat the Gravelas or the Geodudes and Gravelas? Did you just thrash or?
I was trying to just Mega Punch because I wasn't sure whether to thrash, and then I didn't want to hit myself, and then they self-destruct. But they end up eventually both self-destructing, and then the Graveler I finished was Squirtle. Luckily, the split EXP doesn't matter there.
That's hilarious. Oh man.
Yeah. Trying to think what else happened. It was kind of hard to commentate. You both were really close, and Kroger was doing interesting stuff on the side. It's like, what's going on? He's like doing Manipulus, so it's like he was like looked like he was like desumming stuff in Moon. I don't know what was going on, but he's playing how he wants.
Yeah, he's playing how he wants.
Any further comments from either of you both? Pretty.
Thanks for restreaming. Thanks for the race.
It's all good. Thanks for starting early, respecting the schedule.
Sure. Now I'm hungry and I will have dinner.
Me too, maybe.
But yeah, GG to you both. What a great race. 2 pot 1 level racers going at it. And you go into the Ascension bracket, Ekman and Crafted. You still got loads of points, so anything you can make top 27 pretty easy from here. Just got to win.
Just teach the right.
Yeah, just teach the right moves, bro. It's not that hard, but you know, Ekman will teach you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just press one button once a second, and then take it slow, and then everything will work.
All right, guys. Thanks for a great race. Thanks for joining comms. I'm going to stay up for a few minutes while Kroger finishes up, and then I've got to quickly try and set up the next race. So I'll catch you both later. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, guys. Like I said, going to keep up for Kroger until 2:10, just to give him his fair shake at the race. Unfortunately, I will have to cut the stream. At that point, Kroger's going to keep running offline. He is local recording, and then I'm going to quickly have a shuffle and set up the next race. There is a race between Sidosh, D-Rams, and Tortoise City. Could be a very close race. And Might look a bit clunky at first when I do the next stream because I'm literally going to end this one, take a couple of minutes to set up and go live again. So don't go anywhere at the end of this stream. You can stay right here and another race will start pretty quick. Sorry if I'm not giving expert commentary on Kroger, I just need to concentrate on a couple of tech stuff in the meantime. Do have commentary, thankfully, for the Sidosh DRAM's Tortoise City race. It's going to be Wanley Ways. Hopefully he talks about Pokemon and not FIFA, but you never know. Alright, looks like we're good. Am I going to commentate another race later? I don't know, man. I'm doing tech setup for 3 races, and I'm supposed to be commentating the Leo race, but I don't know. It's kind of all over. I just realized I don't even have Kroger audio on. That's how good of a restreamer I am. I'm really sorry, everyone. I'm really sorry, Kroger. I was like so zoned into setting up the other race. Please forgive me, Lord Kroger. Kroger doing what he wants, doing mid Cinnabo. Alright, everyone. Thanks for staying with us. I'm really sorry to Kroger and to anybody that wants to watch Kroger's stream, but we are going to end the stream here, and I'll be live again in a few minutes with the Sidosh Tortoise City DRAM's race. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back.